Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is fantastic, and maybe you could also let me know where you are watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, the fallout between Rigathi Gachagua and his boss William Samoei Arap Ruto is going to be messy and ugly, and that fallout is going to have casualties. In fact, just like we predicted, it's going to be worse than the fallout we witnessed between William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta. And if William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta are not talking up to now, you can imagine the kind of fallout what we are likely to witness between the two gentlemen. Who do you think is likely to be the biggest beneficiary out of that fallout? In my view, Kalonzo Musyoka is going to be the biggest beneficiary of that fallout. And I'm coming to with that analysis tomorrow. The other beneficiary is going to be Babu Owino because of Nairobi politics. Because remember, the moment Rigathi Gachagua will sponsor a candidate in Nairobi, the equation for Sakaja is going to be disrupted. And of course, that fallout is also going to have casualties. Who are likely to be casualties? In my view, the biggest casualty is definitely going to be William Ruto, followed by Johnson Sakaja. So, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow I'll explain to you guys the people who are likely to benefit from the fallout, and of course, how that fallout will affect the 2027 presidential elections in the Republic of Kenya. But in this video, I want us to talk about an incident that took place in Embu today. For those who have been following the political developments in the Republic of Kenya, Kebaso Morara was in Embu today. And the member of parliament for Mbeere North, Geoffrey Ruku, decided to go to Embu to disrupt Morara's event. He was heckled, he was humiliated, and he was chased away like Burukenge by the residents there. And for me, that incident is deep, politically speaking. And I want us to talk about it. First of all, let us listen to the people of Embu chasing Honorable Ruku from Morara's event.
Local language. Haiwezi kuwa Biblia imeandikwa kwa Kiembo lakini katiba imeandikwa kwa Kiembo. Kwa sababu si mbunge wenu ndio huyu. Ule mbunge wa Mbeere North. Huyo anaitwa Geoffrey Ruku. Si mliniona mimi na yeye kwa TV kwa K24 pale Mbeere North. Si mlikuwa mmeahidiwa KMTC. Wacha niwaulize watu wenu. Pale Mbeere North mahali inaitwa Ishiara. Kuna kitu Geoffrey Ruku atatuambia? Huyu mwenye ameweka sheria bungeni ati ya kusimamisha maandamano akwende kabisa. Na hata tuuzia uoga. Kenya ni home. Kenya ni nyumbani. Kenya ni home. Kenya ni home. Kenya ni nyumbani. Kenya ni home. We are home. Tuko nyumbani, si ndio? Huyu mbunge wenu ndiye anashinda kuwa president worship ya William Ruto. Pale Mbeere North mlikuwa mmeahidiwa KMTC. Mliambiwa hivi, hapa Ishiara tutaweka mpango ya hapa. Na Kenya itabadilika next month. Na Kenya itabadilika kwa K24 pale Mbeere North. Si mlikuwa mmeahidiwa KMTC? Wacha niwaulize watu wa Embu. Pale Mbeere North mahali inaitwa Ishiara. Kuna kitu Geoffrey Ruku atatuambia? Huyu mwenye ameweka sheria bungeni ati ya kusimamisha maandamano akwende kabisa. Na hata tuuzia uoga. Kenya ni home. Kenya ni nyumbani. Kenya ni home.
For those who followed the 2022 presidential elections in the Republic of Kenya, you will agree that Embu was one of the most hostile grounds for Azimio. Embu, Meru, and Tharaka. I remember Mama Raila Odinga was actually chased from an event in Meru, and I think there was also some incident in Embu. So Mount Kenya East was too hostile for opposition politics. But today, Morara is taking opposition politics in Embu. The member of parliament who is supporting the government is coming to disrupt that event, but it's not succeeding. What is happening? Because two things are very clear. Number one, Honorable Ruku is one of the proponents of Mount Kenya East politics. Remember, we have Mount Kenya politics, but William Ruto is trying to divide Mount Kenya into Mount Kenya East and West, because William Ruto believes that Mount Kenya West, or the Kikuyu nation, is already gone. So Ruku has been the face of those members of parliament calling for Mount Kenya East to leave Mount Kenya West. Number two, Honorable Ruku is also one of the members of parliament, vocal ones, who even read the statement where they declared Professor Kithure Kindiki as the link between them and the president and the kingpin of the mountain. So the fact that he was chased, in my view, is significant politically speaking. Before we dive in case you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. But again, before I dive in, allow me to also take this opportunity to introduce you guys to LemFi. LemFi is a mobile money app for users in the UK, Canada, and the United States of America to send money back to Kenya. They offer the best exchange rates, and the money will be delivered instantly into your Mpesa account, Airtel Money account, and of course, if you want, directly into your bank account. You can use the link in the pinned comment to download the app. Ladies and gentlemen, let us dive in. First of all, we all remember when Honorable Ruku and Morara were being interviewed sometimes back on K24. And Morara really injected Ruku. And that can explain why Ruku really wanted to embarrass Morara today in Embu.
So let me confirm to the people of Mbeere North who are listening to their member of parliament today that the government led by President William Ruto has hired him to come and lie to Kenyans. When the president was in Mbeere, when he was campaigning to be president, on the 1st of July 2022,
my brother,
he held a rally at...
You know,
wait, just 1 minute.
I respect the people of Mbeere North.
No, let me just say this.
The people of Mbeere North voted me to be...
On the 1st of July...
Parliament. You know, and some issues, some novice issues I will not take.
On the 1st of July 2022...
Just a moment.
On the 1st of July.
But you see, he has to withdraw some of these.
Okay, I withdraw.
You know, you have to withdraw some of these shenanigans.
I withdraw.
We are on a national platform. We are talking on serious things.
Okay, so
we are talking on serious things. He has to be serious.
Let me.
Yes.
This is very serious.
Well noted, kindly.
This is very serious. I withdraw the injection. Let me now inject a bigger injection. I've withdrawn the small injection that I was injecting you with. Let me inject a bigger one. On the 1st of July 2022, President William Ruto held a rally at Ishiara, Mbeere North, his constituency. And this is what he said. Nyinyi watu wa hapa Ishiara, mimi nataka kuwaahidi.
President was not in Ishiara in July.
Well,
in July 2022. 1st of July.
He's talking about the campaign period.
The proof is here. William Ruto live from Ishiara. 1st July 2022. Are you still denying?
Before elections.
I can even show you the video. He was campaigning to be president.
Elections.
Okay,
this is what he said.
He was not president.
Okay. This is what he said.
Yes, he was not president then.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Nyinyi watu wa hapa Ishiara, mimi nataka kuwaahidi kwamba hapa Ishiara hapa tutajenga KMTC ya hapa Ishiara. Ni kweli si kweli? Sijui kama tunaelewana. I want to ask the people of Mbeere North who are watching me this morning. Do you have a KMTC at Ishiara which President William Ruto promised you? Because we are talking about fake promises. Promises that are said but never materialized.
But why would the residents of Embu decide to kick out their member of parliament but welcome Morara? Number one, it confirms one thing, that Kenya Kwanza is dead in Mount Kenya. I don't know whether to put it as Kenya Kwanza, because one funny thing about Ruku is that he was elected on a Democratic Party, DP, which means he managed to withstand the UDA wave in Mount Kenya, which means he was very popular when he was getting elected to parliament. But the fact that the residents could chase him away now confirms, because he's now sleeping with the government, confirms that Kenya Kwanza is no longer in Mount Kenya. Personally, if you ask me, if I were William Ruto, I'll figure out the other strategies of winning 2027, because ballot is not going to work for him. That's number one. Number two, it's also coming out clearly that selling Professor Kithure Kindiki as Mount Kenya kingpin is not going to be an easy task for those who have been assigned that responsibility. Because for you to sell someone, for example, when people like Ishungwa, people like Rigathi, people like Moses Kuria was selling William Ruto in the mountain, at least Ruto was very popular in the mountain at that time. And they had a reason why they would sell Ruto easily. And it was all about Raila phobia. Now tell me, what do you think these proponents of Professor Kithure Kindiki being the kingpin, what message do you think they'll be telling the people down there? Because already Kindiki has a job. Why can't he just complete the job and allow Rigathi to complete his term? So selling Kindiki is not going to be easy, because those who are selling him have become very unpopular. Some of them will not even go to the ground. And that's the fact. Number three, and this is something which should worry not only UDA or Kenya Kwanza, even Wiper and ODM party, is that Morara's civic education is resonating so well with the Kenyans. Whatever he's telling Kenyans, Kenyans associate with them. For example, I know there's a road here in Kisumu, Mamboleo to Miwani. By the time Uhuru Kenyatta was leaving office, they had agreed that they were going to take to do some 10 kilometers up to some past Mamboleo market. When Ruto was coming over, the road was almost complete. In fact, the only thing which was remaining was, I think, the layer for the tarmac. The moment Ruto came into office, that road stalled. So it's a major road. The people using that road are really suffering. If, for example, Morara were to go there and highlight that road, they'll definitely be happy. And it's happening across the country. And why should this worry even Wiper, ODM and other parties? Because Kenyans might decide just to vote for this young boy. Or young man, sorry. And that's the fact. Kenyans might just decide to vote for this young man. The only problem he has is that he's yet to capture or to come up with a very good communication strategy. His civic education was working perfectly well, but of late, there are a lot of complaints about his intentions, how he's communicating certain things. People were like, the civic education is now no longer there. He's working with the government. A lot of stories and those stories are just arising because he lacks proper communication strategy. If a team were to volunteer to provide communication strategy to this guy, he will disturb those guys. And lastly, based on the incident in Embu, members of parliament should be warned that the rage against them is still on, especially after the finance bill. Kenyans were really bitter with members of parliament. Then this member of parliament thinks that, okay, he can just go to the ground. I saw another MP being chased like Brokengi also in Tharaka Nithi. I'm still getting the information because I think it was in those other local language which I'm not understanding. But the MP was really received a lot of blows and kicks. Yeah. So which means Kenyans are still very bitter with the MP. So if you're a member of parliament and you're seeing your constituents laughing with you, please, and you voted yes, please note, they're not happy. The rage is still there. And this is how they will express it. I don't know what you think. That's my take. In my next video, I'll explain to you guys the people likely to benefit more from the fallout. And of course, I've received a lot of questions about my take on the WhatsApp where Rigathi was removed. So tomorrow morning, we are coming up with those analysis. Ladies and gentlemen, until that time, this is Makwiny. Bye-bye.